Hello, and welcome to this presentation on Introduction to JavaScript. My name is Rufai. I will be your software engineer and technical instructor for this lesson. Our conversation will discuss what this project is about, why you should learn JavaScript, the tools you need to be able to build on JavaScript platforms, before we dive deep into the language itself. In this course, we will be building some projects, solving technical interview-based questions, designing systems like Airbnb, Stripe, PayPal, and building quizzes and fun games that allows us to bring out the fun in these exercises that we will be solving. Some of the projects that we will be building include piano on the web, form validation, random flag generator, Nigerian bank loan. You can visit rufai.github.io. This will give you a list of the projects and how you can play with them. Some of the projects you will see here are the country flag generator. Here, once you click on the button, it will give you a random country's flag. In this case, we can see South Sudan, Austria, Oman, Macedonia, Colombia, etc. like that. We can move on to our simple calculator that allows you to play around with the text on the screen and the operator. For example, you can clear, then start again by saying 58 divided by 41. Then you press the equal to sign and you'll be able to clear this answer. Let's clear and move on to the next part. If you are familiar with Mavis Beacon, it is a teaching software used long time ago to learn how to type. Here we have a clone of this software on our browser. The green color implies that you have correctly typed the text that you are expected. The red color implies that you do not get it correctly. So let's try again. The next step is O, which is correct. Then G, which is not correct. X, which is not correct. C is correct. T is correct. D is not correct. S is correct. R is correct. K for G is not correct. It is like that. Now, we are able to see this and we will try to build this kind of project. The next project I may show you is called a slider. Some places we call it a carousel. If you visit a e-commerce site like jumia.com, you will see a big carousel on their page here at the center here, and you can move it to the left or to the other side. Same thing here, you can have the less button that you move to the left or to the other side. It is like that. Now that we have seen some of the projects that we are trying to build, we can continue by examining some other things about this program. Why should you learn JavaScript? The reason why you should learn JavaScript becomes evident when you study the Stack Overflow survey that has been happening for many years. The one of 2023 had over 90,000 developers responding to the survey. And this survey has been happening for over 5 years. You can see here the one for 2023, 2022, 2021, it is like that. Now let's focus. When you look at the technology, and subheading here is what? Most popular technology used by developers around the world. It becomes glaring from this data visualization that out of 87,000 developers around the world who responded to this survey, 63% of them use JavaScript. So if you ask yourself again, why should you learn JavaScript? It is because any company that you enter in any industry, banking industry, oil and gas, manufacturing, automobile, finance, all of them use JavaScript. It is an in-demand skill that shows you how to build web projects. Additional reasons why you should learn JavaScript is that it is easy to learn, but do not mistake this for being hard to master. An expert JavaScript developer must have been building with the language for many years. The final thing about why you should learn JavaScript is that it is portable to platforms. This means that you can build for web as a web engineer, you can build for mobile, you can build for desktop, etc. like that. How do you do that? The way you can be able to do that is by porting. For desktop, you can go to Electron.js. When you search for Electron.js, you will be able to see how to build desktop applications with JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. You are already using some of these applications. For example, if you are using VS Code to write your piece of code, then definitely you are using a JavaScript desktop application. These are some of the tools that are built. Another one is Figma, GitHub Desktop, Notion, Obsidian, etc. like that. If you want to build for mobile application, then you can research with React Native. React Native allows you to build mobile application that will run on both Android operating system and iOS operating system. In fact, new developments are being made to allow you to port those systems to desktop from React Native and to web. But its core primary job right now is to be able to build for mobile devices. Now, the next thing you must know is that React is fun. It is a very enjoyable language. It won't stress you as you are starting out. You would enjoy a lot of things that it has to offer you. It is the father of many nations. But to get anything useful done in React, you have to provide and do very well. You have to be diligent. So where can you find JavaScript? We can find JavaScript currently in our browser. When you go to your browser and you inspect it, you will see the console. I am going to bring it down here. This console allows you to play with JavaScript. So you can come here and say console.log of I love JavaScript. Yes, you can do so many things. You can say function area of circle that takes a radius you open the bracket, you close the bracket, then you now say return area of circle is pi r square. So you go to math.pi pi r square times math.power, then you pass in the radius that we have in our parameter, comma 2 into it. Now we have defined our function. We can call area of circle that we have just defined now and then give it some values. If our radius is 4, our area of circle will be 50 point something. If our area of circle is 8, we have that. If it is 20, we have that, etc, like that. Don't worry, you will get to learn more about how to do all this magic thing that I am looking at here. All right. Let's now dive directly into the language of JavaScript itself. What is JavaScript and how do you begin to learn JavaScript? What are the first things that you need to learn? The JavaScript language has a couple of things. But the first thing you must know about the language is values and variables. Values and variables. I am going to switch to my VS Code to make it easier for us to follow and write our piece of code. In my VS Code, what you will see on your screen is an HTML page. Inside the HTML page, I will just write a paragraph tag here that holds JavaScript, just to say we are writing JavaScript, which is cool. Then below the body tag, I will open a script tag to denote that we are going to be writing our script into that space. The first thing you must know about JavaScript is called values and variables. What is a value? A value is a box. It holds items. You put things inside it. Variable is the thing that you put inside the value. Variable is the thing you put inside the value. So in JavaScript, you are free to declare your values and variable in any way. So example, age equals to 4. Age is the value. Age is the variable. And 4 is the value. The first thing you want to learn about JavaScript is values and variables. The variable is a box. The value is what you put inside that box. So when you say age equals to 5, the age is the variable and value is 5. Simple enough. We can have several types of values and variable. So value example can be a string, a number, or a boolean, which we will talk about very soon. So you can say name equals to Tunde. You can say have you eaten? The answer can be yes, true, or it can be what? False. So we have introduced ourselves to creating values.